Yo, it's me, it's the SCOTT. Now, this was impromptu, because I didn't think about it until I was watching it. So, just a little insight to me. I don't watch regular TV. I mean, I don't watch like FX and USA Network and stuff like that. I don't watch the news. I don't watch primetime TV shows. Stuff like that, except for like CW and stuff like that. I'm not big into that. What I do like to watch is shows that I grew up with, or shows that I watched when I was a young adult, younger than me. And, well, for that, Nickelodeon is my jam. And specifically now, the Teen Nick channel, I have it on like, whenever I have the TV on, I guess. I'll have it on in the background unless I'm watching a movie for a review. So my point is, today I was watching the Teen Nick channel, and on came the victorious 1 hour special, Freak the Freak Out. Okay? And as I'm watching this, I start to, go in my mind thinking about this episode. And I realize I need to get on camera and I need to talk about this. So a little history with me is that Victorious came out in 2010, I think. And it's about a girl who, she goes to a regular school. Her sister is at this prestigious theater school called Hollywood Arts. And on the big day of her big performance, she has an allergic reaction. Her tongue swells up. And so Tori has to take over for her sister, Trina. And she's so good that she gets accepted into this theater arts school, Hollywood Arts. And so this whole show is about her and her friends, which I'm actually friends with these, I guess. But there's Andre, Beck, Robbie, and his puppet Rex, but don't call him a puppet. There's Kat, who's the stupid one, and Beck's on-off girlfriend, Jade, and Trina. And so this particular episode, before I get into that though, this show kind of helped me through a time in my life where, like they say, life's just the best medicine. I had went to the hospital because I was having some pressure here or whatever, or here in my stomach area, and I wasn't going to the bathroom right. Like, I wasn't urinating at all, and the other end was coming out liquid. And so I had to go to the hospital to get fixed. They found out there was a blockage, something like that, and I ain't going to, But while I was at the hospital, laying there waiting, my grandma was sitting next to me, and I was waiting to be helped, I was watching Nickelodeon. And they had an episode of Brain Surge, whatever it was called, or Figure Out, whatever it was. And after that, they had Victorious, and it was the episode with the Tori gets the zombie makeup stuck on her face. And that's the episode it was. I've seen it a million times, and I always think of that time in the hospital. And then I came home and I watched Sanford & Son, and that couldn't help me. Whenever I get in a tough situation, I put on something funny, because laughter is always the best medicine, and this is really one of the first times that I did that. So, I have a connection to this show, is what I'm saying. So this episode, I'm going to say it for almost 4 minutes. This episode, though, it was the first two-parter, I think. It was a big 2-part special, 1 hour special, I should say. And the story is that Jade and Kat go with Beck and Andre to this club, and Tori is stuck at home watching. She can't go because she's stuck watching Trina, and Trina just got her tonsils taken out, and so she needs to be watched over, I guess. Her parents are conveniently elsewhere, as parents in teen shows often are, because we gotta focus on the main stars. So anyway, Jade and Kat decide to do this karaoke competition, and their only competition is another female duo consisting of Haley and Tara. And so Haley and Tara take the stage, and they're awful. They can't sing a lick. They sound like Sylvester singing to the moon in an old Looney Tunes cartoon, and a boot gets thrown at them. They're terrible. And then Jade and Kat get on the stage, and they're wonderful. And so the guy comes out, played by the dad from Even Stevens, and he announces Haley and Tara as the winners. And everybody's like, what? Even Rex the puppet's like, man, are you wazzing me? Which, in that world, waz means pee, so he's asking the guy to pee on him. I don't know. But, and then it's become abundantly clear why this has happened. He says, oh, it's my club, so I pick the winners. And then Haley says, you tell him, Dad. Dad. Yep, he plays favorites. Despite the fact that this can't be the first time that this has happened, and that wouldn't be good for his business. If he keeps hosting this karaoke thing every week, and he keeps picking his daughters, people are going to stop coming to do this karaoke competition because he's always going to pick his daughters, so there's not going to be any point. So the fact that he's doing this is going to ruin his business if he keeps doing it. And so, because this happened, they're not welcome to sing there anymore because they're opposing this. Jade and Kat aren't allowed to sing there anymore because they're opposing this. It's punishment for something they shouldn't be punished for. So they go to get Tori, and they decide they're going to trick these girls. They're going to dress Tori up as this ugly person and have her sing. And to trick them, well, they say, hey, they go in there and they go, hey, we want you to pick anyone in this building, and you can, they already sang when they came in, so that's done. But no matter how they sing, don't let your daddy pick, let the audience pick. Now, my thing about this is that why do you need ugly Tori if you're going to have the audience pick to begin with? Well, I thought about this because I was like, wait. If you're going to have the audience pick, why? I was like, hold the hell on. Why are you dressing up Tori? Well, my thought was that who's going to sing? They can't sing. They need someone to sing. And they're, it's just easier to trick them, I guess. So Tori gets up there dressed all ugly. Now, here's the thing. They pick out of all people in there, they point to Tori because she's the ugliest. But just because she's the ugliest looking, does not guarantee they're going to pick her. And I'm sitting there watching this, and they're going, let me pick her. And I'm like, how can they guarantee that Tori would be the one to be picked? Because they let Haley and Tara pick, which would be kind of like, no, we get to pick whoever it is. And or at least line up, I don't know. But, so they end up picking Tori, or Louise, as she says her name is. And she starts singing, and she's acting goofy, and she's dressed like that. And as she goes on, she starts to take off her costume and stuff. And become her regular self and singing Freak to Freak Out. Now, afterwards, they decide to keep going with this. And keep the competition going, and the guy comes and goes, hey, it's not over yet. They still need to vote. Anyone for Haley and Tara? And Haley and Tara are the only ones clapping, and like the DJ for a second was like, no. And then they, Jade or Louise and everybody claps or whatever, and so Louise or Tori wins, and they celebrate. But there's no full circle with the owner, the dad character, the owner. He doesn't apologize for what he has done. He doesn't apologize to his patrons. He just acts all pissed and walks off. And they were tricked. And our main characters don't even get in trouble for tricking them. Saying, hey, you won, but you still don't get to sing here because you tricked us. We never see this club again, unless that's what was turned into Nozu later, but we don't see this club again, so the point is kind of lost on me. And then the bet was that if Haley and Tara won, they can make out with Jade's boyfriend, which Jade immediately gets angry. Whether she was acting or not, I don't know, because she looked really pissed, and I'm like, well, you're setting this up. You're going to win. Why are you getting pissed? Maybe it was just an act. I don't know. And if Haley and Tara won, or lost, if if Louise won or whatever, they'd have to take care of Trina. And of course, it shows them at the end trying to take care of her. And another thing is that they make Trina the most insufferable character all the time. And here, she's just complaining for everything. I didn't mention Tori subplot because it was kind of but like, no matter what Tori does, and it's ice cream. Tori finally has enough because she's young. Oh, ice cream and ice cream. She dumps the whole quart of ice cream into a bowl. Here, it's ice cream. And she's like, it's like, ah. They make her the most insufferable character. And Dan Schneiderverse or whatever, Nickelodeon shows, they have a history of writing these very annoying characters and using them too much. Or having these plot lines, using these kind of annoying, inconvenient plot lines throughout the shows. But all around, this was a decent episode. I enjoy watching it. It was fun. There's some problems, but overall not too bad. So what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.